souvenir.
Ilan isa to? By 20, kung nangatang na ang deadline na 20, irapo na na. Mga yung gusto mag-ibat. Kung wala, ang wala nag-occupy, hindi ka na siya may pagkatang siya. Eh namin na dito tao.
Kung kape lang. At lang, kung kape lang, urong na rin kung at lang.
Lechonan tapos siya.
Ha?
Lechonan.
Lagi kita sa subong patinduan gini Mayor Bing.
Okay. Wala ba ho?
Wala.
Oo.
Good our Mayor, di ba?
Our ano? Our
one of the requests of the people, there should be a comfort
clean
room. So, ang ini mga vendors, they don't even have comfort rooms dito sa downtown vendors.
Yes.
Wala man sila sa mga sugato. But here, they are freely provided with electricity, water, and even comfort rooms.
Palapta nato ni sa Facebook, sa social media, nga ang aton vendor subong sa Bacolod may clean toilet na. Clean toilet. Clean. Ba, wala gid baho.
Clean na to, diretso na.
So there is no barangay road, Purok Road. Oo. So people can now exit. So this will declog the traffic.
Yes.
Huh? This will declog the traffic.
Lagi niyo, the next move here
Yeah.
is the ipaakwan ang ilan na di nga kaya manukan country na dito. Manukan doon at na let's move na.
Wow, it's very clean.
Pakwan ko na ilan.
Finally, huh? You know, John, for decades, this has been a main issue in Bacolod, cleaning our roadways and clearing all these sidewalk vendors and reclaim the sidewalk for the pedestrian. Now, we're seeing it.
So, ini, ang mga lamayuhan sa una, amo niya ginareklamo sa mga tao ang lamayuhan. Kaya dito na sila subong, siling ko, okay, wala man ginausa sa ibang mga tao, ginahatag ko na sila. Dala na kamo lamayo. Dala kamo ano bulat, temporary nga nagabulat.
Of course, this is a supplementary income for the urban poor, no?
Oo.
Yeah, itong mga lamayo.
Four times a week lang.
So which group?
They call it the Intruders, and they're really good. It's a band.
Okay.
Oo. They start, what time they start? What time they start yan? 5:30. Ang ginhatag sa ikaw ang responsible. Butang ka man sa plastic bag na basura nila. Di nagalin eh. Di nagalin. Sa diin? Dumagiti? Ang tanan, taga diin. Bantayan ta.
Bantayan. Nalay.
Nami yung ngalan ni saya ho.
Oo,
amo na ni. Imo na butang, imo na yung ngalan.
Ang presyo mo, parehas man ko sa, sa una? Wala nagmahal?
Ami tani, abi mo, Di na si Juan. Rene. Ren, abi mo tanawa ho?
Kataho mo?
May iya siya yung Juan ho?
Oo.
May abilidad siya ho? Kung kada isa sila masigutang amo na, may ngalan ho, pero uniform ta. No? I-uniform ta nagkapasunod lang sila tani ho.
Oo.
Then lang natin kamo ha, matamat lang. At hindi magsulod, yata ko sa iban. No? Pakuting lang yan.
The vendors are here already. Any time of the day. Okay, John, where are we now?
That's best.
Oh, this is the new Manukan country or old?
This is the old.
It looks new.
Because there are some who follow. May mga iba
So
niya.
how old is this?
19, ano pa rin, ang time pa 1987 guro.
Ah.
Excited ko na yung popular photo. Pero may
I
mga
see.
iba rin.
Yeah.
Ako po kasi yan. Ako on the spot sa kapilyan. At ako,
Okay.
ako ba nga, kaya naman ako ka ng likod.
Okay.
Silo, no? Di ba na?
Oo.
Maki.
Everything looks clean.
Yung mga kasilyas nila,
Oo.
na ginakilit nilang dali. So, one of the 3 best lang natin. The rest are worst. One of the 3 best.
Okay.
Saan ako tutunong pa? Ilain.
Maayo.
Ilain. Pero under the law, ang regulasyon na dapat manok lang tanan.
Oo.
Pero makreate ako sa program nga anybody pa rin sila pwede sila.
Hookers the hookers place. May sabaw.
Pero kinalan sanite clean.
Oo.
Ang water hindi usad nila sila nang clean.
Oo. Look
RTJ. Ano na RTJ?
Oh, may
May
sabaw na sila na nabulalo. Nilata. May healthy na siya.
Good morning. Where are you from? Manila. I'm your city administrator here.
He's a little mayor.
So okay na kayo dito? Okay. Talaga ha, from Iloilo? You're here to see the mascara? Or you're attending a conference?
Attending a wedding of our colleague's son. From Manila.
Okay, well, how nice.
Oh, you should go.
Nililo kami. Kaya nag-book sana ito kami. Classmate kaibigan namin.
Di ka pa konod?
Nakapakahold siya.
We should go Lanzones speaking.
Where?
Concepcion. Shalom. Longkong.
Longkong. Why did you tayo pati lawas sila?
Rolls Royce ng Lanzones.
Hindi na recommended me yan.
Yeah. Okay, ito. Dito muna tayo mag-describe ka. Oo. So, John, this is going to be the icon na?
Yes,
Sini?
this is the icon of the Manokan country.
Okay.
Okay.
And, I'm surprised. I didn't know this even exists now. I just imagined the old dingy Manukan before.
Okay.
I didn't even want to eat in that place because of the hygiene issues. But this one looks really transformed. And this is your icon now.
This is the icon of Manokan country. And if you can recall, look at this. This name is not describing.
Oh, look at that! Okay, which brings to mind, John, you were congressman of Bacolod.
Yes.
And your winning was historic because you defeated an elite candidate. So this is the proof, a project of Congressman John Orola. And John, you have so many police, agropolice, what else?
Yeah. Agropolis, Ecopolis, Technopolis, and Aquapolis.
Okay.
I'll discuss that later.
Yes, but I'm so glad to have seen that. You see that?
It was actually conceptualized by then Mayor
Pareño.
Susan Dizon, right there at the back of the street of State Theater, no? Yung pasaydo nato, dito sila, pasaydo daw siya, sila nagiging bukang paru-paro. So when I became congressman, yung pasay open mo siya. But now this thing cannot be improvement yet. No? So I asked the RRM already nga, ikariyungan na nila dito ang drainage. Okay?
John, it is hawker's place in the making like Singapore, huh? You're on TV.
So this is a tourism center.
Okay.
Ipahay namin ni sa DOT.
Uh-huh.
Tapos na, inagurahan na namin.
So, this is new. Oh, okay. So this is new, John.
Yes, this is
Oh.
So, look at this.
Yes.
This is a conference room.
Uh-huh.
Conference room.
My goodness, the city is bustling with activity. Okay, now we have the City of Smiles.
Yeah. So, go there.
Okay, and do you have a schedule of the activities of Mascara?
Yes, this will be open.
Uh-huh.
This will be open to people.
Okay. Katuan natin sa flower stall because that's unique. Okay.
Ako galing mo. Diya, okay na ka mo, De?
Okay, sir.
Oo, sige. Salamat, Kid.
Wow. Ini ano ni, tagpilang torch flower ninyo? Hindi, ang torch flower lang eh. John. So this is soon going to be like in Holland, Amsterdam,
Yo,
ha?
pero kailangan lang ilang mabaldi tahom.
Gani.
Pintahan nyo lang. Pintahan nyo green.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what? Green para tahuman lahat ng
Amuni nga color, amuni, para uniform, para tahon. Our flower vendors are now in this district. John, this is now the flower vendors, what, nook or cranny? And you can buy flowers. How much will this cost?
25.
25 for a rose like this. And you have this ready-made, okay, bouquets. This is 100. Only 100. Yeah.
This is Amar. This is the president.
Oh, okay, Mr. Amar.
President of the association.
Yeah, Citytalk-Citywalk. We're going around. We're walking around the city of Bacolod. Citytalk-Citywalk.
So karon na mo niyo, namin galing inyo, karon namin tanay kung ganin niya ang payong hindi nagkakiliwi. Ilinya man, na kung gusto niyo ipasulod yung tayo, ito napasulod tanan. Karon ang ating kuwan ko
Para
linawan. Imo kang gisang letter to sa pa-remind ako kapimuan ko sang program of work, no? Lilinawan pagkatapos ang corner na pagkatapos sa maskara himusod nila. Kaya man nagkatapos sila sa kunda nga nga tourism center. When it becomes a tourism center, damo na din ka.
Kapapintahan ina kalawaan.
Makadto ko na dugay in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Aran ng ABS-CBN. Manunda ka sa gate sa Gatuslaw. ka sa Katuslaw. Okay ba interview ko ikaw nga nag-stream mahayda ang manugutan ka manug karne? Ara na. Ara ko da ako ya. Tindog ka lang sa tindog ko. Tindog ka. Okay. Yun na?
Okay.
Bisita sa ano? Abay lang. Okay, we go now.
Okay. Why ka mo gamay nga flower na guys?
Ang kwan, ang ulata. May mga ngala, no?
Puti lang tani.
Isda niyo ba na?
Puti na. Ini magastos para hindi man kamo perde. Amo ni gamay lang. Oo na ano.
O gani pero gakiwi man na kayuha man nga namin man bala nga. Oo ka namin mas di. Simple lang ho. Simple lang ho. Gagupat-gupat.
Designan nyo lang bala. Oo. Pagpapuho nyo para parehas sa Europe,
Okay.
Oo.
Pila man ang payong wala gani by.
Hindi wala gisi-gisi, ha?
Wala namin man malapit nga daw.
Oo.
Pina lang. Kwan heaven ka kung hindi na magrason. Tahuma lang.
Sige dan.
Kung mapinsaran ko tahom ka mo, papatahuman ko pakita mo.
We'll do our best, sabihin nyo.
Ha? No, i-remind ang manong basuriro, ho?
Oo, mga plastic po dyan dayon. Make it your practice pag nakita nyo.
Asal Amar, may ara ka mo nga daw plastic bag. O kada store, kuwaon na po sa ng pagkuha. Design data ka kwan.
Oh, another student of mine. They all shine. Economic. Anyway.
Kaya mo ini siya ho.
Okay.
Ini siya. Naarin siya. Inclusive ini siya ito nga permit o hanggang na. Why? Mali. Diyan, tinanay mo unta. Ini sila lugar. May bata mo lang sa abroad.
Okay, John. For many years, Bacoleños, especially the middle class and the educated, wanted the central market to be more presentable. This was your dream even as a congressman, right?
Yes. Now, finally.
The Marco Police, what's that? Agora Police.
So this one,
Okay.
hindi lang kayo supposedly may din na sila. This wong, wala sila putangan. Ari sila karkila dire.
Oo.
Bilang karkila lang.
Karkila, sir.
Parang-
sila sa inyo.
Naging butang ko lang sila.
Humanitarian concern.
Oo, tibro man ang ginatanaw ba? Ang
Oo.
specific, kaya man sundo nito tanan masunod.
Oo.
Di ba si magreklamo, parang iba niya, wala kami napagila pero nga mo na. Kung wala niyang tanaw mo lang. Ako ya,
Ginamo.
tanawon ko mangita lang kami ha. Sige lang anay. Mangita ko kung paano dali sila mapulikan. Ha?
Oo. Sige, Chay. Okay. John, this used to be filled with vendors.
Filled with vendors.
Oh, the dried fish sellers were here before.
Yes. Oo.
Okay.
At yung silotilyo, kaya mga niya photo sa pagka-pangyo.
Okay. So now,
Amo na ginagkamo mo?
Pwede sa amin, wala sila sa nagapanood. Kaya daw nila consideration na.
maybe you should have a stall with all this peanut butter, ng mga ano.
Nagkano na sila.
Hindi mamangkot na ako ba mo? Ako lang mo sa sunod. Di ko na muna kita na i-intra nila sa ilang nga permit.
I-register nila.
I-intra nila sa ilang nga permit ini.
Because we need yung mga tourists.
Yes, so.
We need something like like this, di ba?
May place kit sila for that.
Oo, a stall. There should be a stall.
But the owner is the
Wala kong ginawa.
Dini sila ka, dini sila bigla mo sa kiosk.
Oo.
Madaw na to.
Ang CR to tinlugid. Feature nato ng CR kaya isa nagka-complain, di ko naman transfer, wala CR. Ko, I just saw it. It's very clean. Very clean.
Good morning, attorney.
Sabi nyo, himuan nila din sa programa na din may mga para mausar na din yung kwanlang. Biskan ko na lang ng
Stall.
Stall na lang.
Oh my God, shelves.
Ako na daw, shelves na lang, sumabaw-baw na nila. Para nga lapan na nila.
Oo.
Hindi mo kayo na para plano pa lang na. Kaya may general na plano pala.
Thank you.
Kung ikaw mo yan, mag-uusap si Anay yung usuaryo ang ganda. So, kung okay na ito lang, hawak na. Gawin mo. Sino kayo start ka? Kung ano yung pag-uusap. Italian, video tasakan dalam pandangan masyarakat. Hindi ano pa lahat. So kanina sure to. Kasi ma-meeting na po sa mga mga tao nga mo ni nagkaroon ng oportunidad na makakuha. Himuan ko, your repair, what's repair, mental repair, sana na sa tanan.
Diyan.
Okay?
Citytalk-Citywalk, and we're really walking around the city. I did not intend it to be a walking tour of the city. This should be LC Lopez Gonzaga. But now here I am, forced to walk around downtown Bacolod, which I've not done in 30 years.
That's the result of you joining me. Mga manog grilo, manog rubber stamp, ganan, hindi ko punta ka para matutultulan na sa tao nga araw sa tira. Hindi lang sabi sa din na nagpunta ka. Yeah. Ha? Wow, muna da ha. Kasi pila ko na yung pasurali mo sa wala nang din na lang ha. Para niyo. Tao mo ni ho. Kaya tano ko na din sa Vendors Plaza na nga-propose ko dahil mo ni ha. This is the entire plaza. Ini nga area is ang atubang sang LCC, kung wala na pala tanan, ang atubang sang LCC arada ang statwa sa mga heroes na. Ang unang corner of the plaza with sense of history.
Okay.
So arada kay Quezon nga tanom, arada ang iya ni Lacson ng monumento nga tindog, sige Araneta gatubangay. Pagod sino pa lang gusto nato nga yan. Iniya a plaza with a sense of conscience.
Okay.
Because I want is the people nga tagaan sa obra. Kaya ano sila, sanitize sila. Pag the people will go there, that will be
Hindi na itong high spark natin nga nagadebate. It should be maintained.
Ilan siya. Doon mo na di ang the Sports and Freedom.
Oo.
O Freedom Park.
Freedom
siya.
Park.
So dito na ito mga nagadibate, dito na siya. People na sports na mga cheer, mga natin sila yan. Nandun siya iputang. Kalaway na sila doon ng mga basurahan yung putang na sa likod na yan.
Pag dapat, ang plaza should really be a promenade.
Oo.
Mapahangin-hangin.
Oo.
Yeah.
Kami utang ka namin.
Oo, kaya mga trees. And the trees should be properly identified. How many years old? This one, what is this tree? So, John, you brought me around the city, and it's amazing how formerly crowded streets, brook roads, and the sidewalks have been open to pedestrians. This is something that for the past 38 years, since I moved into Bacolod, people have been, civil society members, civic conscious Bacoleños have been clamoring for. So finally, it's done. How did you do it?
Well, at the start of Mayor Emilio Leonardia's administration in 2016, I initiated already the clearing up of the city from these vendors.
This
that
is
are
in your
illegally-
capacity as city
in my
administrator.
capacity as city administrator in 2016.
Yes.
Of course, long before that, I saw already the proliferation of vendors. But then at that time, I was not really a part of the official dome here in the city.
Of course, you were congressman.
But before that, that was in 1998 to 2001. I was already a congressman.
Yes.
But then at that time, the vending structures of our city not really full of vendors.
Yes.
So it was not yet full. But as the population increases, so there is a continuing arrivals of vendors coming from different towns and cities of Negros Occidental, and they end up here in Bacolod.
It's a day's swelling of population.
Yes, no. So actually, if you put it this way, for almost 60 years, these vendors were allowed to exist.
Yeah.
So there was already a system that we were looking into. That I think the system was not been corrected because there was some kind of tolerance on the part of the city to allow them to go on vending all over the city. And that's the reason why the Masa Mart was put up. And the purpose of the Masa Mart was only exclusively to sell fruits.
Masa Mart, what do you mean by Masa Mart?
Is just beside the central market where almost around, for a start, there were around 10 or 15 kiosks that were allowed to be put up through an ordinance.
Oh, that was the old section there where the fruit vendors
and that's
were.
located in Bonifacio Street.
Okay.
And all over the public central market, in all the public market, in all those posts surrounding the public markets were kiosks.
Yeah.
And these kiosks, there was a structure. There were structures put up all over the kiosks, that would provide some shade and allow the vendors to sell their products. So that time it was very orderly, and that was the time maybe the time of the administration of Mayor
Dizon?
No, Mayor Montelibano. Then Mayor Montelibano, yes, and I think followed by Mayor Digoy Montalvo or Mayor Digoy Montalvo and then Mayor Montelibano, and then the situation then was still okay.
Manageable.
Manageable because it was very orderly and newly put up structures with newly painted structures, so it looks good. But after all these years, almost around 30 years or more, the population increases and vendors also increase, and it seems that it's no longer the right place, for them to stay because it has outlived its purpose. Okay. Now, this time when you ask me how did this happen when the vendors were taken out from those places, it's because of the directive of the president to bring back to the people, bring back to the pedestrians, bring back to the motorists the roads. And so therefore, when you say the roads, that would include illegal structures along the roads. Why? Because those roads, which used to be passable with meters of around more or less around 8 meters to 10 meters wide, or even 15 meters wide in the national highway, these were used by some people. They use this as a way to extend their businesses, like a restaurant, or put up an extension of a machine or a repair shop, or put up an extension of their houses. It becomes a kitchen, and so therefore there was no more respect, for our existing ordinances.
And even the stairs disappeared and were built over by these department stores.
Yes, if you could recall that there was also a DENR law that says that all these esteros, riverbanks, rivers, seas, coastlines are considered
Public domain.
Public domain, and not only that, these are all areas with considered endangered zones.
Yes.
These are areas of endangered zones, so therefore those illegal structures have to be taken out. So that's what happened. For years and years, if you could recall, I saw a 2-story house or building along Gatuslao Street in that river, in that creek, and just beside the Bascon One Hotel. And when I asked how did this happen, and on many occasions, I think two or three administrations had passed, and these structures had never been taken out.
Are they gone now?
Now they're gone.
Okay.
They're gone because we give them a warning, and because there is but prior to the presidential directive and the clearing of esteros, riverbanks, etc., I had that already removed. By using the existing law. But it took me quite too long, almost 3 years, in the process, because we have to come up, with the usual due processes, such as legal notices, and not only that big story house, but all the other houses along the esteros. Now,
There's
first
still
is that,
many others going to the
there
airport.
take note, what are those requirements? The requirements that you have to give them legal notices. And according to our city legal, 2 or 3 administrations passed already. Legal notices had been there, which is supposedly only for a few days lang, or a few months, maybe a maximum of 60 days. But it has been there. It has been ignored. Second, that if they are informal settlers, then there should be a relocation site for them. Third, that there should be a pre-demolition conference.
Okay.
So bringing all this together, it took quite some time to meet all these requirements. And the only way to do this is through legal processes. But by the stroke of a pen of President Duterte and instruction given to the local government being implemented by the barangay units, then all these structures now are practically gone. I think only 10% or 15% are left. But this is a matter of just picking up the pieces, because there are many debris that are still around that have to be taken out and removed and put them in the proper places.
Are you saying that you have cleared about 85%?
87%. As a matter of fact, the recent findings of the DILG is that we're able to clean it up almost 87%.
Wow.
But the mayor,
and because of that, you're getting your budget.
well, we don't know yet, because right now we're still expecting this budget used for this particular clearing operations are local budget. So we're expecting that there will be more programs to be implemented. That would include for me the cutting of trees or trimming of trees that cover also the main thoroughfare, and also the proper installation of the electrical wirings used by PLDT.
Yeah, kagarot ba sa aton mga wires?
PLDT or by
Cable
Sineco,
TV.
Cable TV, and then Telco.
Yes.
Yes, and Smart, no?
Yeah.
So we had a meeting with them. Nag-meeting na kami, and then we informed about this, and they did also their part.
Okay.
But I am not yet contented with that. I'm still recommending that as much as possible, we will follow what other cities like Davao is doing.
Underground.
They started putting up underground cables.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, the test, for me, the real test is really outside the city center. And for many, many years, the illegal structures in front of Doctor's Hospital and going into Hilado Extension, there's no sidewalk to speak of. And finally,
you can see.
several weeks
for
ago.
yourself.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Now, but you need to really rebuild the sidewalk because they're all destroyed
Yes.
by these informal settlers.
Yes.
But since 1981, I saw them there, and now they're gone. So we must congratulate you for this awesome achievement. But then you were saying that nobody has really come out to thank you. You are saying it's a thankless job to be the operational man, the little mayor that really makes sure that the mandate up there will be implemented on the ground. Of course, our mayor has been elevated as president of the Mayors League of Cities. So you're virtual activist mayor here on the ground.
Well, actually, I would say that I don't want to get the title of little mayors because all those people working with the mayor are little mayors. But it's really the determination also of Mayor Bing Lunardia. I have seen a lot of transformation of his personality.
Really?
Yes, there's a lot of transformation in his personality. He's more dynamic and aggressive and very, very
No longer
detailed.
the smiling, guapo.
Very detailed, when it comes to implementing the program.
Because that was the comment in many other
I
administrations.
think the honeymooning with the illegal vendors over.
Yeah.
So
Those
the
were
mayor would
those were his
yes.
political balloting.
Yes, well, in a way, yes. But the mayor said, in all the meetings, before we take out those vendors, bago namon ginkuha ang mga vendors, may ara nga consultation sa ila. And in the consultations, separation consultations sa Central Market, Burgos Market, Libertad Market, and always the mayor would listen to them. And they would always, in chorus, they would always all out, and telling, no, mayor, no. But later on, when the mayor would explain, I have been very liberal to all of you for the past 15 years.
15 years, three
Yes,
terms.
3 terms. I've been very liberal to all of you in 15 years. And I allowed you to make a living. But this time, we have to regulate, we have to implement what is proper. And now that there is a presidential directive, we have to go in. What do you want me to do? Amo na pamangkot sa mayor. Ano ang gusto niyo nga himuon ko? Nga kung hindi ko ini paghimuon, ang matabo suspendiron man ang mga officials. The public officials involved in this will be suspended.
And your budget will be...
And well, not really that you're going to cut off the budget, but it's the most important thing is that the integrity of the public officials to be able to implement the law. So to the mayor, I give that credit to him because whenever I'm having a problem, especially in the implementation, I would call him at any time of the day and night, and he would respond. So with this now, I am more encouraged to do more. Like we're in this beautiful
tell me about this
City Hall,
structure
at the City Plaza.
Yeah.
This is the plaza where we can receive the big important
VIPs.
guests. The first visitor to receive this, to tell you the truth, was the President of the Philippines.
Okay.
President Duterte. This was a lounge that was provided to him before he would go up on stage and the last Mascara festivals.
Okay.
So he attended already two Mascara festivals. This is the third, I think. I'm going to attend the Mascara Festival. So not only that, but there are other VIPs that have been coming to this place, and this place, the entire public plaza, is going to be renovated. We have a 22 million peso worth of renovation of the public plaza provided by the DBM Malacanang.
Well, in reality, you are the hatchet man. You face all the ire of these displaced vendors who've been there for, as you said, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. And of course, inevitably, you get their ire. So, did you ever receive death threats or threats or what?
Well, I think all forms of threats, because in fact, my brother, Bart Orola, is the councilor in charge of the Committee on Market, and I am in charge of radio of Committee on Night Market that's created. So when those vendors are being displaced and taken out from the vendors, they put up coffins, I think, during the rally, and also candles. I thought there was a dinner candle lighting at the Central Market, just to find out that those are candles intended for us.
Yeah. Well, remember we used to walk around and dream about night market like the one in Singapore, Thailand, Bangkok. So with all this clearing, do you see this vision that you had before, promenade from arena to street, going down there towards SM, coming to life?
Yes, I am really happy to see all these developments. I'm even more encouraged to do more, because after all, these things can be doable already. Okay. In other words, you can see that the entire city road and those streets, especially along shopping area, along Lopisaina area, that those are all filled with illegal structures, have already been cleaned up, and the most important thing is that I can say that that means that there is still chance for the city to grow and grow. In other words, that we can still reform the city. We can still reform the people as long as there's the right leadership, a strong leadership where people will respect. So with that, I am more encouraged, and I don't consider anything a threat, in whatever I do. If ever there's anybody who would be opposed to whatever I plan or do, in the first place, this is not my own doing alone. This is the plan of the mayor. I am just implementing the plan, in which is being supported by the Sangguniang Panglungsod, Vice Mayor Pamilyaran.
Okay, so 5 years from now, how do you visualize Bacolod?
Well, as you all know that just recently, Bacolod today, this year, or rather we start in 2017, Bacolod was the top model city of the Philippines. And this year, a year after, on the 2018, Bacolod was only second to Davao as the top local government or top model city. This year, 2019, Bacolod was able to regain that name as the top model city of the Philippines. In addition, Bacolod was given also another award as the Philippines Best Retirement Haven. Number 3, Bacolod became also, or was another cited as the investor-friendly LGU. So with this, we're still expecting, I hope that I understand, our mayor is now in Manila, and it seems that we are a candidate, the city of Bacolod, to become the business-friendly city in the Philippines also. So with all
Other
of
than the
this,
fact that we've been, of course, recognized as the most livable city in the Philippines, but I would qualify that and say Metro Bacolod. That includes Silay and Talisay.
well, the rating was exclusively for Bacolod.
Just Bacolod.
Yes, only Bacolod. That's why they were also rated. That's why Kabangkalan was able to get a kind of citation. And but most of those who got the citations on other categories are those from Luzon and also Manila and Mindanao. But this time Bacolod got very good rewards, and it was the chairman of that committee that gave that award was that architect Palafox. So
the
Palafox is a very
well-known Palafox.
as that integrity and known, no, especially when it comes to urban landscaping.
Well, I don't think you would mind my saying beyond 70. And having accomplished all of this, having served the city as congressman, and now virtual mayor, doing all the operational things on the ground, and seeing through what we have seen earlier as we walked around the city. I've never really done this before. I would just go to certain nooks and crannies of Bacolod because it was so hard to really go around the city before. What else, John? Deep within you.
My next move is to go global. In other words, Bacolod have to come up with more activities related to the opening of Bacolod as the gateway also to other countries. Right now, we have an international airport, no, or an airport of international standard. My next move now is to be able to serve Bacolod City Airport to either Singapore or Hong Kong. At
You mean direct flights?
Direct flights, no, or commercial flights.
No longer passing through Cebu or
No
Iloilo.
longer as much as possible, because right now, if ever Iloilo was able to put up direct flights to Hong Kong, that's through Cebu Pacific, we're trying to work also with Philippine Airlines
Or
now.
Asia
And
Air.
AirAsia.
AirAsia.
So the AirAsia is now operating now in Bacolod, no? Going to this October. And we are going to have another so much activities to be done. For example, the choice of Bacolod as the MICE convention destination.
What MICE?
MICE meaning meetings,
Akala
incentives.
ko yung giting.
Yes. MICE means meetings, incentives, convention, and exhibitions.
Okay.
We don't have the best resort or White Beach Resort right in Bacolod City. Those are all located in Sipalay, located in San Carlos,
Cadiz,
and
Viejo.
Cadiz. But Bacolod will be the hub in going to all these places.
Okay.
So in other words, if ever we're going to have conventions, conferences, and exhibitions of various products, wares, and other types of products, Bacolod will be the right venue because we already have we already have the SMX providing us the venue. But pretty soon, hopefully within the next 2 or 3 years, we'll be able to realize the ongoing plans and the projects that already been approved by the City Council. The setting up of a Mascara Coliseum and also an auditorium and a museum. So the Mascara Coliseum, which is located along the area donated by the Janson family in Circumferential Road, is around 8 hectares, 5 or 8 hectares. But the Mascara Coliseum can seat around 10,000 people. And the Coliseum and auditorium is just be a part of it also that can accept small and medium-sized conferences. And to be followed also by there is also what we call a terminal right beside it, owned privately, and also a public terminal. So with this, a new growth area is being introduced along the south of Bacolod and the Circumferential Road. So likewise, there is an ongoing constructions of new subdivisions. We got new shopping malls. You have the Ayala, recently opened up, and then soon the Metro. I don't know the one in
Mega World.
Mega World, the Mega
Yes.
World, which is a township, along that area in South Circumferential Road. Now, there are other areas that we're trying to develop that is in Alang-Ilan, where that will be an ecotourism park.
Oh, your what is that? Agropolis?
No, well, I don't call it anymore Agropolis, but I would say that it's an ecotourism park.
Yes.
And those projects of mine that I had before, the Agropolis, which is focused on developing the agricultural potentials and can produce agricultural products, and that is located in the rural areas.
Yes, Alang-Ilan.
Like Alang-Ilan. No, Alang-Ilan also, and Handumanan, Felisa, Mansilingan, on a backyard style of
Yes.
production. The second is the Ecopolis, and that is where we are going to focus on the development, enhancement of our environment. And that one now is ongoing. We're able to gather all the 400 recipients of a project initiated by Councilor Bart Orola to help those flower vendors, flower farms, and vegetable farming, it's being done right now.
Because it's cooler
Yes,
there.
it's cooler there. The third is that the aquapolis, and the aquapolis along the coastline, where we're going to develop the fisher folks livelihood and their livelihood, and put up a housing program for them, and it's being done right now in Banago. The BFAR has already put up a project worth around 18 to 19 million, and it's going to be implemented, and then we are reactivating the Bacolod fisher folks to handle these particular projects in Pahanokoy and also in Punta Taytay. So with this, the Technopolis is still on, because we're trying to develop technology that can help develop the skills of our people to be able to modernize and introduce robotics and introduce other types of projects related to
AI,
technology.
artificial intelligence.
Yes, that's it. So with this, I can see that if we can bring all those together, including the putting up the economic highway along the Sumag area, going towards the Talisay,
The coastal highway.
The economic highway. And then the coastal highway is on to follow somewhere in Pahanokoy all the way to Talisay.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Through the mangroves there.
Now our Manukan country is going to be enhanced. We have to do something about it. That it can also offer other types of food. And the same thing also behind Manukan country is the beer housing. We're going to clean up the beer housing, pangwaon ginada ang mga illegal structures, and relocate them to a place where they can have a decent and humane lifestyle of living. And other one is the put up that vendors plaza as not only only for vegetable
and
fruits and meat, but at the same time merchandises also. And we would like also to put up a lane for the Muslim area where they can sell also their wares and also even international products eventually, similar to what is happening
Something
in
like
Green Hills,
a barter.
Yes, and even a livestock area. We'll look for the place to be vacated by bear house. It could be a livestock area.
Okay.
Where
Where
people can
buy free-range chicken.
Live chicken, live goats, but it has to be cleaned up immediately.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. That's Bacolod. Moving ahead and moving fast with the fast-paced John Orola. And so, John, final word. Is there more to life for you at 71? No retirement?
God is so good to me. Anything that I do, I always dream that someday, when I was still in Congress, I said I would like to become a father of the modern Bacolod, or father of the infrastructures. But it's being done now by Mayor Bing Loredia, and I've been very supportive and cooperative and helping our mayor. We've been working together. We used to come from the tourism industry, and we are trying to build our city. Now there's one more thing that I'm going to do. I will just announce this at the right time, because this has something to do with our own projects, like the development of Panay area and Bacolod City together in the Western Visayas for tourism purposes. The right time will come up when I'm going to do that, but I think we're creating a new promotional program for Western Visayas, and that includes the city of Bacolod.
You actually started as city tourism officer, and that's where you would probably end up, Mr. Tourism. Mr. Tourism.
Well, I've been in tourism for almost 40 years, more than that. As they started here in Bacolod City as a tourism coordinator, and I became a tourism attaché for Japan and Korea for almost 14 years, until I was sent to the United States as tourism attaché and director for North America, Latin America, and that includes Canada. But I was based in Los Angeles until I came home, and then I became an assistant secretary of the Secretary Rafael Alunan only just for 3 months, until I came home to Bacolod, and then I ran the Mascara Foundation for almost 5 years, and in 1998 I was luckily being elected as a congressman, or the voice of the people in Congress, in the 11th Congress of the Philippines.
Okay, thank you, John, for giving me this time and making me sweat all over walking around the city. Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you. More power to you, John.
Thank you. And thank you, Madam Violeta. Your name is an icon when it comes to history. You're a legend, you know, when it comes to civic and social work, and especially in the academe. Thank you for sharing it, allowing us to be a part of your dream, not only for Bacolod, for the entire country and for the world. Thank you.
God bless.